Hey, I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, here today to bring you another free professional workout routine. When I'm all done demonstrating the workout, make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have the workout instructions. Alright, let's get this thing started. A conventional deadlift is performed with a barbell. I have a barbell here with 45 on each side, so that's going to pick up the barbell higher up off the ground. Now if you're not quite to the strength level yet, you may want to lift the barbell up a little bit higher, maybe put an extra plate under on each side just to get it to this height. Now the first thing we're going to do is put our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to use an opposite grip. It doesn't really matter which one is on top and which one is on the bottom. For most people, I recommend whichever comes most natural to you. So we're going to grab the bar just outside of our knees, so my forearms are basically in contact with my knees. I'm going to keep my butt down low, my head and chest up. Now, it's very important on this one that you start with your butt down low. So my starting position is here. My starting position is not here. If you start here, you've already taken your hips and your hamstrings and your glutes out of the movement before you even get started. So we're going to pick the bar up, this bottom position, we're going to pick the bar up with your hips. So from here to here, it's all hips. So that first position, we're picking up with your hips. Then you can start to use your back and finish the movement. What I don't want you to do is shoot your butt up first and lift the whole thing up with your back. So we're trying to keep the bar as close to us as possible, and we're keeping our hips in the roll lift. We're bringing our hips to the bar, standing up big and tall up at the top. But what we're not doing is letting our butt shoot up first or our back round, our back nice and straight. So head, chest is up, and we're going to come all the way up. Everything comes up together. And I'm keeping my back straight throughout the entire movement. You want to keep your head and your chest up. If you look down, more than likely your back is going to round. That's a nice little thing for you to remember. If you look down, your back is going to round. Keep your head and your chest up, and you'll keep your back nice and safe. This is a conventional deadlift. A power clean from the floor is performed with a barbell. Our first step is going to be to grab onto the barbell. For most people, we're going to use a thumb width grip away from the smooth part of the bar. So go ahead and measure that out. So starting with the bar on the ground, for most people, we're going to go ahead and use full-size plates, let up with the bar at about chin level. Weight's going to be back into your hips, back is straight, and your shoulders and chest are going to be just over the bar. Your first pull is going to be bringing your hips up and back, and during this movement, hips come up and back. You'll notice that my upper back stays on about the exact same angle. So don't stand up yet. So first movement, hips up and back. Your second pull is going to be to bring your hips to the bar explosively. So bringing those hips to the bar. So first pull, hips up and back. Your second pull, you bring your hips to the bar and you're coming up on the balls of your feet. Triple extension all the way up. Now I don't like to on purpose over-exaggerate the shrug, but by performing this movement explosively, you will naturally perform a little bit of a shrug movement. So first position, hips up and back, bar, hips to the bar. Now, we are going to use fast and aggressive elbows to come up and underneath the bar, putting our weight back in our hips, and sitting back just into about a quarter squat position, catching the weight in our hips, and standing straight up. After our power clean from the floor, we're going to put our weight back in our hips, drive the barbell straight up using our legs, and drop down, weight in our hips, and stand straight up. So to jerk, it's weight back on our hips, we're going to use that power from our legs, press the bar straight up, you're going to drop underneath it, your weight in your hips, not your knees, and stand straight up. Now yes, you'll see a lot of people using the split technique. Now if you're a competitor and you're all about trying to get the most weight possible, then yes, the split jerk is a good option. But for most people and for athletes, I do recommend using both legs. It helps you keep everything nice and even. So weight back in your hips, straight up, drop underneath, and stand up. That is the power of clean and jerk. A ballistic or a jumping push-up is a great power movement for your chest, shoulders, and triceps, especially if normal push-ups just aren't very difficult anymore. So starting in a high plank push-up position with our hands shoulder width apart, feet close together on the balls of our feet, we're going to lower our entire body, and then we're going to explode up. I want you to breathe in on the way down and really breathe out explosively on the way up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Make sure to keep your abs tight throughout the entire movement and don't let your butt sink while performing the ballistic push-up. That is the jumping push-up. A jumping pull-up is exactly what it sounds like. We're going to do an assisted pull-up by jumping up off the ground into our pull-up. You can either use a pronate grip, a wide grip, palms facing away, or you can use a supinated grip with your palms facing you. It has a few different applications. The first one, it can be used, if you're good at pull-ups, it can be used as a cardiovascular movement to get your heart rate up. Next, if you're just getting started at pull-ups, this can be used as a beginner pull-up movement to get you to the point where you don't need the assist to jump off the ground. And lastly, this can be used as more of a burnout or exercise to failure if you're really good at pull-ups and you did a whole session where you did a bunch of normal pull-ups and at the end your arms just didn't have enough left. This will give you those last few reps. So, a jumping pull-up, for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to use a supinated grip with palms facing me. As I said, you can use numerous grips. Use my legs, I'm going to project myself all the way up. And usually it's about 75% legs, 25% upper body. Now, this pull-up bar is perfectly placed for me to do it just on the ground, but if your pull-up bar is higher, you may need to put a box or a bench or something for you to jump and project yourself on, also depending on your height. This is a jumping pull-up. For a windshield wiper, we're either going to need a couple of dumbbells like I have here, a couple of kettlebells, a plate, or a barbell. So we're going to start with our weight, holding it straight up over our head, stabilizing it, our legs straight up, and then we're going to move our legs side to side, trying to keep our back flat at the same time. This is a great one for your obliques. Keep your abs tight and trying your best to keep your legs straight throughout the movement. That's a successful windshield wiper. A sprinter is a killer movement for those lower abdominal muscles. We're going to start sitting down with our legs out straight in front of us. We're going to lean back at a 45-degree angle. We're going to bring one knee up and the opposite arm up. And we're going to alternate, kicking our legs and doing a running motion with our arms. Keeping those elbows at a 90-degree angle and try your best to stay lean back throughout this entire movement. If you're too far forward, it'll make it too easy. And if you need to make it a little easier, go ahead and return your legs to the ground in between repetitions. And that's a sprinter. Thanks for working out with me today. Make sure you click the link in the video description. It'll shoot you over to HASfit's website where we have their workout instructions. If you enjoyed this workout, make sure you check out HASfit's website where we have hundreds of additional free workouts. We have your free meal plans to lose or gain weight, as well as our complete 30 to 90-day fitness programs. All there, all for free, just for you. Please do me a favor and subscribe to this YouTube channel. It'll really help keep this great service free. Like us on our Facebook fan page or follow us on Twitter. We'll send you the best daily motivation. And while you're at it, stop by our store, pick up a poster or a t-shirt, whatever it takes to help you stay motivated and on track. I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, and I'll see you at your next workout.